How you doing, guys? Let's talk about some Star Wars news. But before we do that, please like this video and subscribe. And check out some of my other videos as well. And check out my other channel and one of the most recent videos on there. It's about a pit bull versus 500 toddlers. It's a cool video that I put a lot of effort into, so please check it out. And the link to my other channel will be in the description below. Quick explanation as to why I was gone for a month. I was very busy with school and sports and activities and so many other things. And I started doing stuff on the weekends, which is when I work on my videos, so I didn't have a lot of time to work on videos. Sorry that I didn't post for so long. Now that it's summer, that will not be happening for a while. So, a lot happened at Star Wars Celebration. I eventually got to go to one of them. Anyways, I gotta say I do admire that Disney really does try to give people at Star Wars Celebration the best experience they can get. Obviously, they make a ton of money from it, but they also made many fans happy. Ahsoka, I'll go over separately. This video is for the movies that were announced for the most part. And I'll talk about the shows that were announced as well. So, you've probably heard by now all the shows that were announced and all the stuff that we haven't seen that people at Celebration did see and hear about. What you probably didn't hear is that the Mando show is still in development, so it isn't canceled. Not yet, at least. I'm really hoping that they retcon him banging a droid. The Mando show definitely isn't the first thing on their list, because I think they're going to do season 2s and season 3s of their successful shows before they start this, which I understand, but I hope they can speed things up a bit. But the shows they've announced seem okay, but I'm much more excited about the movies. After years of no movies, Star Wars fans were going nuts about it. But at Star Wars Celebration, it was announced that there will be 3 new Star Wars movies. So apparently, the Rey movie is going to be released December 2025, and the Mando movie will be released December 2026. From what I can find, there's no planned release date of the Dawn of the Jedi movie. It was also announced every Star Wars movie from now on will have an opening crawl, which I think is dope. Let's discuss the Rey movie first. Okay, I'm not sure it's only going to be about Rey. I'm really feeling like they're going to need Finn to be a Jedi in this one, and for him to help Rey begin a new Jedi Order. For those who didn't know, John Boyega is on much better terms with Disney than he was before. I made a video on it. You can find it in my Star Wars news playlist. But anyways, after Finn had so much waste potential, I really think he deserves a big role in this. And we were hearing rumors about stuff with Finn for a while, so maybe he could be in this. And he could have a prominent role. But Rey isn't a very cherished character by much of the Star Wars fandom, so her having other characters liked by fans support her in this movie would help a lot. There hasn't been talks of Luke being in there yet, Kathleen Kennedy said, so I'm not sure if he will be in it. It would actually make more sense for Leia to return because she has much more of a connection with Rey. So I'm betting we'll see Leia and probably Ben Solo as well. Poe and the rest of the gang, besides R2 maybe, won't have much of a role to play in this. Lando could maybe be in this, considering he traveled with Luke looking for Sith artifacts, and he was good friends with Luke and Leia. He would probably want to help the new Jedi Order. Maybe he'll find a place for them to build their temple. Maybe he'll pay for it, who knows. But anyways, I hope it isn't almost exactly like what Luke did when he made his Jedi Academy. I think the remnants of the First Order could really play into this, because in The Rise of Skywalker, the Final Order is destroyed by the Resistance and the people of the galaxy, not the First Order. So they've got a good chance with that, but it could just be a repeat of the Imperial remnants, so they'd have to change things up. But because it is 15 years after Rise, it does make this theory much less likely, as there is a pretty good chance they've taken care of the First Order loyalists. Another thing I wonder is how powerful will Rey be since Palps absorbed like all of her power. Obviously, Ben gave her some, but her potential must be greatly diminished, right? I don't know, this movie has some potential, but not all that much it seems. It most likely will be repeating post-Return of the Jedi Legends material or canon material, which isn't very exciting, but I hope they've thought of things I haven't. Many people don't want them to go back to the sequels yet, but it's been 4 years. It will be 6 years by the time it comes out, and things aren't just going to magically change overnight. The only way to make the sequels better is to add more continuity to them. Another thing, this officially confirms Disney won't retcon the sequel trilogy, which I am still amazed at the fact that people thought this would happen. But to sum up my thoughts, it could be cool, but I don't think it will be original or that great in general. Now let's discuss the Mando movie. So recently, Jon Favreau said in an interview that they were only halfway done with Mando, and that they didn't have an end game in sight for it. I think he's exaggerating by saying halfway. I'm pretty sure we're probably not going to get 8 seasons of this show, but we probably are going to get a few more seasons. Now, many people want Jon and Dave and all Star Wars creators to have an outlined plan. This is probably because of the MCU, well, before Phase 4, and because of the original 6 Star Wars movies, and because of the lack of a plan in the sequels. I feel like some people really overestimate the importance of a plan in storytelling. I'm not going to go too in depth, but George changed a lot of stuff pretty late on into writing or production, so the first 6 kind of prove it wrong. I think Anakin's story mostly and the biggest aspects of the story were planned from the beginning, but a lot of other things were changed. Anyways, I predicted there would be a movie to conclude the Mandoverse. The thing is, will this movie end it or not? Because if it isn't the ending, then it's just kind of weird if I'm being honest. But if it is the ending, it will be awesome. But then this could cause the Mandoverse to be rushed. But by 2026, they could possibly make 3 more seasons of The Mandalorian. But I'm thinking they'll probably make 2. And probably 1 more season of Ahsoka after the first one, and maybe another season of Boba or some other show. And they could probably make another season of something like Rangers of the Republic, which Kathleen Kennedy said might be a show in the future. So there's a good chance they could set up the movie pretty well by then. I'm going to touch on this more in my Mando review, but I don't think Thrawn is coming for a while. In a big way at least. But I think he's going to be the big bad of the Mandoverse. This movie is going to be awesome, I know it. It is weird that Dave Filoni is directing it and not John, especially considering John has far more experience with movies. But they obviously will be working together, so it's not a big deal. Ahsoka will certainly be in this. I bet the surviving members of the Ghost Crew will too. Boba probably will be, and probably Fennec will be as well. And maybe Black Chrysanthemum as well. And because this is the Mandoverse, it will have a star-studded lineup. I don't think Moff Gideon will be in it, though. I'll elaborate more on this in my review for Season 3. But Luke, Han, Leia, and the rest of the crew all have pretty damn good chances of showing up, considering that this is the remnants of the Empire that our heroes are facing. Thrawn will pull up for sure, and I'm thinking either Snoke or Palpatine will have an end credit scene or a hologram scene. Most likely Snoke, I'm thinking, but I don't know. One thing's for sure, the lineup for this movie will be stacked. This movie is going to be a banger, I guarantee it. It will be like the Infinity War of Star Wars. But I just hope they don't rush it. But with Rogue One and The Force Awakens, Disney proved that they can make a good Star Wars movie in 2 years. I'm just really excited for this, honestly. Star Wars danger from the future here. After Mando Season 3, I'm not quite as excited about this movie. This season kind of reset the show, and I'm a little worried about the upcoming seasons. Mando Season 3 was not the highest in quality, and I do worry that the next seasons could be similar, but I'm not sure. The show is kind of going back to its roots though, with Din collecting bounties with Grogu at his side. Next up is the movie about the beginning of the Jedi. Not much to say on this. It won't be bad, because I really don't think you can mess this up. It is undeniably interesting, but I don't know if it'll be great or anything special, as this wouldn't be the craziest time period in Star Wars, but still has a lot of potential. I think because the galaxy will have less factions at this point, it will cause the writers to have very limited options with the story, but we will probably find out a lot of interesting things about the Force. Overall, I'm very glad Disney and Lucasfilm took the time to see what fans like before making another movie. If they just kept making movies every 2 years, a lot of them would suck. Quality over quantity for sure. And unlike what many people think, you ain't getting both constantly. These movies have a ton of potential, and I'm really excited to see a Star Wars movie in theaters again. It is a magical experience. But I don't think Disney should overdo it. Maybe space them out more. Part of what makes Star Wars movies so special is that they are rare compared to, say, Marvel movies. So I just hope they don't ruin the feeling of when a new Star Wars movie comes out. You could argue they already have, as fans expect a movie every few years now. But before spin-off movies, there was always a big gap in Star Wars movies, which made them very special. But I think I've explained that more than enough. As for shows, none of the announcements were very exciting to me. The Bad Batch, Visions, and Tales of the Jedi. Getting more seasons isn't anything too exciting. But the Andor trailer and the Acolyte trailer, I'm excited to see. But we probably won't get those for like another year. Because it's in the official Star Wars timeline now, I'm still thinking what I've said before. An Old Republic show would go absolutely nuts. But I think I'm going to make a separate video on that, which will be more in depth. So, anyways, tell me your thoughts on the new movies and shows announced at Star Wars Celebration. Please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to talk about my boyfriend. My boyfriend has a huge dick.